So typically how we end up seeing vectors used in calculus is with motion, and a lot of times we're given a position vector that tells us how our displacement, how our particle or object is moving. To find the velocity vector, you just take the derivative of the x term with respect to time, derivative of the y term with respect to time, and that gives you a velocity vector. Speed is velocity without direction, so in other words, we don't want it as a vector, we want it as a scalar. So you find the magnitude of the velocity vector, which is do the Pythagorean theorem on dx dt and dy dt. To find acceleration vector, it's the derivative of velocity, so you just take the derivative of dx dt, which is the second derivative of x with respect to time, and derivative of dy dt, which is the second derivative of y with respect to time. And then if you need a unit vector, all you're doing is take the velocity vector and divide by the speed, because you are allowed to divide component form by a scalar. So as an example here, let's say we have a position vector for sine of t to cosine of t. To find velocity vector would be derivative of 4 sine of t, which is 4 cosine of t, and derivative of 2 cosine of t, which is negative 2 sine of t. And there's our velocity vector. Our acceleration vector would be derivative of 4 cosine of t, which is negative 4 sine of t, and derivative of negative 2 sine of t, which is negative 2 cosine of t. And there's our acceleration vector. So then if I want to find velocity and acceleration when t is pi over 6, well, my velocity when t is pi over 6 is going to be 4 times the cosine of pi over 6, negative 2 sine of pi over 6. Now, cosine of pi over 6 is radical 3 over 2, so this would be 2 rad 3. And sine of pi over 6 is 1/2, so this would be negative 1. My acceleration at t equals pi over 6, I just plug pi over 6 in for t here. Sine of pi over 6 is 1/2, so this would be negative 2. Cosine of pi over 6 is radical 3 over 2, so this would be negative radical 3. And there's our acceleration vector when t is pi over 6. To find the speed when t is pi over 6, I need to find the magnitude of my velocity vector that at pi over 6. So that would be the square root of the quantity 2 rad 3 squared plus negative 1 squared, which would be the square root of 12 plus 1, which is rad 13. And there's our speed at t equals pi over 6.